Look at this venue. What a remarkable scene for hopefully what will be a remarkable fight. We are live at Falcor Bay. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these ringside seats?
Terence Crawford. There can only be one, Lomachenko, one of the most technically skilled fighters in all of boxing. No one moves around the ring like Lomachenko.
This is going to be one hell of a fight.
This bout is an open-air outdoor. The build up to this fight has been incredible. Both of these men verbally sparring for weeks, and now they get it on for real. These two were made for each other. There's a counter shot. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. They better start respecting each other's punching power. That counter punch caught him clean. And of course, we fight outside today, Johnny, and that's going to put a little extra strain on both of these fighters' conditioning.
This is taking boxing back to its roots. Outside, where you've got the crowd there, you can hear everything. You've got the breeze of the wind, you've got the heat of the sun. You know when you're doing this? Your feet are on fire. They're on fire in the ring.
Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Do you believe what we are seeing? A perfect counter lands. A perfect counter shot. He threw a punch and just got countered. Nice punch. Beautiful counter punch. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
I seriously hope...
What do we expect to see here in round two? Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counterpuncher smart.
Well, this won't sit well with their opponent. So much for being a good sport here. They're going to taunt. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
This fighter focuses on that outside game. You don't see them get hit too often. You don't see them in trouble a lot, but that's what their mantra is.
Do not give an outside fighter time to think. You've got to make the fighter panic. You've got to rush the fighter into doing things they don't normally do.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Let's get it started in round 3. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Those counter punches have to hurt. And he scores with the counter. Not so rigid anymore with the stance. Beautiful counter shot. Good counter punching. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. Nice counter shot. Nice counter. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That counter shot lands. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Catch and shoot. Off the charts action from both of these fighters. That left hook missed. Punch, counter punch. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Back at it in round 4. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Good counter punch. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them.
Lomachenko on the canvas. Wow, let's take another look at that.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Are you okay?
Well, they're back on their feet right now, Johnny. Do they go toe for toe or do they play defense here?
Todd, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up on the stool again? That was a shot.
Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Loma in that last. Back into the fray here in round 5. Something has got to change after 2 knockdowns in the last round.
2 knockdowns, and you're coming back from that? That's near on impossible, because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. That uppercut misses. Nice counter shot. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? Nice counter punch right up the middle. Missed him with that uppercut. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Swing and a miss with that jab. Well done with that counter shot. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. On to the 6th round. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
How about that time counter shot? Nice counter punch. Back and forth they go. Nice counter punch right up the middle. That jab misses. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That counter shot lands. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard. Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. There's the bell to start round 7. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
that was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Pretty close fight here in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
jab doesn't quite connect. Good counter punching. There's a counter shot. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, there was no doubt. There's the bell for round 8. Coming off that fantastic last round. Let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it?
You can only take so much, and this guy wants no more. And that is that. They surrender. This is over.